Hello everybody, this is Tip Top MTG here today with another Magic the Gathering news video. And today we have a very exciting announcement. So today I'm going to be talking about the next Secret Lair drop, which I know people are like, ugh, too many Secret Lairs, but this one I think is actually very beneficial. And basically it's a Secret Lair for Fetchlands. But before you tune out and be like, oh, that's all it is, there are a lot of interesting things to know. Some changes. For instance, you can't order this one online, and so there's a bunch of things that are new. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to read through the article and add some additional information that I have due to, watching other sources or like my just combining different sources together to give you the most complete picture that I know of. So when do we get into this? Coming to a store near you, Secret Lair Ultimate Edition is making fetch happen. Yes, your local game store. So this is obviously a reference to the fact that Secret Lair, the previous ones, have been only available for online sales. So this one is Secret Lair Ultimate Edition compared to Secret Lair Drop Series, which all the other ones were called. That's something that I don't think they mentioned in this article, but they say featuring art from 5 of Magic's premier artists, Elena Danner, Adam Paquette, Sam Burley, John Avon, and Seb McKinnon, set in 5 popular Magic planes. This collection of 5 enemy fetch lands is sure to turn heads. So they are reprinting 5 fetch lands, so they're reprinting the enemy colored fetch lands with all new artwork, which is kind of what makes it Secret Lair. And you'll notice here that we have some very beautiful artwork, and they're all on different planes. And so you'll notice that like Marsh Flats is on Lorwyn, Dominaria is Scalding Tarn, Innistrad is Verdant Catacombs, Amonkhet is Arid Mesa, and Ixalan is Misty Rainforest. So that's really cool, but that's not all. When you purchase the Ultimate Edition, those 5 fantastic looking lands come in a commemorative box that can be used for displaying like so. So you'll get this in a box, and so you'll buy this from your local game store for whatever price they tell you. Remember, MSRPs are no longer a thing, so they're not going to tell you an MSRP, so each game store is going to have it a little different. And so yeah. And then it says, with the excitement over the Secret Lair drop series, we are looking for an opportunity to combine Secret Lair's brand of exciting art with cards players want in their local game store. We're still new to the Secret Lair thing, and we've had a blast with it, thank you very much, but we're excited to explore new ways to get Secret Lairs, like Ultimate Edition, into local stores. So, from what I'm understanding, I mean, I've heard 2 different things, and both sound very different. Here it sounds like Secret Lair Ultimate Edition will be a subsection of Secret Lair Drop Series. But I don't think that's actually the case. That's kind of what I got from it at first, because if you notice, it says Secret Lair, like, Ultimate Edition is pretty much what that says. And then there's this little black text beneath, similar to Secret Lair Drop Series, where you have the text where it's like, oh, this is what this one is called. It would be really surprising to me if they called this Ultimate Edition, because it would also be very surprising to me if they didn't reprint the other 5 fetchlands, the ally colored fetchlands. So I think that this is going to be Secret Lair Ultimate Edition, and then a name for it, and then they'll do multiple Ultimate Editions with these cases and all that. So yeah, you do get this case, which is supposed to be really good for holding cards. Actually, on Tolarian Community College, they talked about it a little bit more, and they showed the case, and it looks really high quality. It's meant for showcasing cards, so overall it looks pretty good. It's a nice little add-in, but depending on the price, it's not, I don't think you should pay more for the case. And we're going to talk about price here in a second. By the way, quick note on what we mean by drop series. Our current Secret Lair drop series, the print to demand like Year of the Rat and International Women's Day, don't work cleanly as traditional retail releases. Those are what we call drops or drop series. Ultimate Edition is something of a different product line under the Secret Lair umbrella with the same sensibility but a different distribution model. So it sounds like here they're kind of confirming, yeah, there's going to be more Ultimate Editions. Then they say Ultimate Edition will contain 1 non-foil copy of each of these cards. That's good. We don't really need a bunch of cards to be reprinted and then them be damaged because they're foil. Yeah. And you can only get the grouping of 5 at your local game store starting on May 29th. Copies are limited. Stores will typically receive no more than 10 copies of Ultimate Edition, so make sure you check with your local game store. So this is going to be a fairly limited product, but overall it's going to be pretty good. Also, technically you have more than 24 hours if your store doesn't sell all out of them right away, which I think they will sell out fairly quickly. Then they say, well, the vast majority of these will go out through the WPN stores. There will be a returning opportunity to pick these up. The week after these go on sale at WPN stores, we'll be running a Secret Lair Super Drop, much like we did in December. We'll share more details about all of the drops closer to June, but one detail that we can share today is that if you purchase the bundle that combines each drop that goes on sale during the Super Drop, you'll receive 1 fetch land for each bundle you purchase. So, basically they're saying, when Secret Lair was first announced, they did this series of 5 different ones, and each day you could buy a different one. So like, first one was Serum Visions, and next day there was all the Commander ones, and you could also buy them in a bundle, and you got a slightly discounted price, and you got all of them. Now, you also got the Planeswalkers, the stained glass ones, and it's not clear if you'll get those too, but what they're saying is that in June, they are going to be basically doing another set of 5. They didn't say 5, it could be 7, it could be 3. Either way, they'll have like a consecutive days, and then there'll be a bundle where you can get multiple of them together. And if you buy a bundle, for each bundle, you'll receive a random Fetchland as kind of like a thank you. So that is really awesome. It's not like you're going out and buying a Fetchland. It's more like they're just throwing it in as a bonus. And they explain that here. Then they say Secret Lair so far has been a fantastic success, and our players are learning to love the drops that appeal to them. We hope that to continue to expand the love to other venues, and we evolve this exciting way to discover new twists and old favors. Yeah, and then they also have a Twitter page now for Secret Lair, so if you want to check that out, you can. And then they have one other little article, Making Fetch Happen Again. Speaking of old favorites, this isn't the last time you'll see Fetchlands this year either. While they will not be entering Standard in 2020, there will be another way to pick up some stylized versions of Fetchland later this year that will also be in your local game store. So there'll be some sort of WPN exclusive, or at least something in your local game store that will have these. And I have a couple guesses. I mean, you could say, in Commander Legends, you could say that the ally colored Fetchlands are coming, but they did put this art with it, so it'll be interesting to see. I think that it's most likely going to be within another product. I don't think they're going to be selling you them directly, but they could. I could also see them doing the ally colored Fetchlands, but I could also see them waiting a little bit to do those as well. Okay. Well, why are we making Fetch happen again in 2020? Well, it's the year of Commander, after all, and many players enjoy these special lands in their multicolored decks. Plus, we know players need these for Modern, and we haven't printed new versions of these since 2017, not 2007. But really, it's so we could use the headline Making Fetch Happen, because all the best joke reference 2004. There's even more coming from Secret Lair in 2020, so stay tuned and stay in touch with your local game store, yada yada yada. So basically what they're saying is, hey, they're going to start selling Fetchlands individually. They're not part of a bigger product. Now, there are a couple things to note. So this comes out May 29th, and then a week later, that super drop cycle will happen. So there'll be about 2 weeks there where you can get these. They are new art. They're all non-foil. And they are supposed to be a bit more, they're expected, because there is no MSRP, they are expected to be a bit more than $165. So, if that's true, I don't know, because game stores can charge whatever they want for them. They're not, forced to stay within a range or forced to sell them at a certain price, but they're saying that's what they expect it to sell for. So, I would say you can probably expect to pick these up for about $200, which there's about $250 worth of cards. So, if you're going to get all 5 anyways, it's not a bad deal. Otherwise, it should lower the price of them because there's more being introduced. So, overall, that's pretty good. Now, that's not all the news that happened today. We also got the announcement of Signature Spellbook Chandra, but I'm going to be covering that in a different video. So, I'll leave a link to that in the description down below. I'll see you guys next time.